Have you ever caught someone glancing your way just a little longer than expected? As we grow older, it's easy to assume we've faded into the background. But what if that wasn't true at all? What if you're still turning heads in ways you don't even realize? This video is for every woman who has ever questioned her beauty with age. Because the truth is, attractiveness doesn't vanish. It evolves. You may no longer chase trends or care for passing approval, but there's something magnetic about the way you carry yourself, the grace in your movements, and the warmth in your smile. Real beauty, especially in later years, is more than skin deep. It lives in your energy, your confidence, and the impression you leave on others without even trying. In this video, we'll uncover 7 signs that reveal you're a beautiful older woman, even if you don't always see it in the mirror. These signs go beyond wrinkles or wardrobe. They speak to your presence, poise, and quiet power. Stick around until the end. You might just walk away with a new perspective on yourself and a deeper appreciation for the beauty you already possess. Have you ever noticed someone looking at you just a moment longer than expected, then quickly looking away when you caught them? That fleeting glance might not be random. In fact, it could be one of the strongest signs that your beauty still speaks volumes, even without a word. Attractiveness in later life doesn't shout. It whispers. And one of the ways it whispers loudest is in the subtle attention you receive when you're simply being yourself. Walking into a room, browsing a store, or sipping coffee in a cafe, when people steal glances, it means something about you has caught their eye and held it. Take Ivy Adams, a 69-year-old retired librarian. She never saw herself as particularly glamorous. But over time, she began noticing small things. How men would open doors with a bit more care. How women complimented her scarf or her perfume. How strangers seemed to pause when she passed by. It wasn't about looking younger. It was the quiet elegance she exuded, the calm confidence that made her stand out. That's the magic of mature beauty. It isn't loud or flashy. It's the kind of presence that turns heads without even trying. A confident gait, a graceful smile, a thoughtful expression. These details invite attention in the most understated way. And it's not just about what you wear or how you style your hair. It's about how you show up in the world. People notice when someone moves with purpose, when they seem at ease in their own skin. That kind of authenticity is rare and incredibly attractive. Some women assume that after a certain age, they become invisible. But often, the opposite is true. You become magnetic in a different way. People look at you not out of curiosity, but out of admiration. They sense a story behind your eyes, strength behind your posture, and kindness in your smile. So the next time you catch someone looking at you just a second too long, don't dismiss it. Embrace it. It's not vanity. It's recognition. It's the world quietly acknowledging your elegance, your presence, and your beauty that has only deepened with time. After all, there's something incredibly captivating about a woman who isn't trying to be seen, but still is. One of the most heartwarming signs that you're a beautiful older woman is when younger women take notice. Not just of your appearance, but your style, elegance, and the way you carry yourself. You might not hear it often, but admiration from the younger generation is powerful. When a young woman compliments your outfit, asks about your earrings, or says, "I hope I age like you," she's not just making small talk. She's acknowledging something deeper: your confidence, your authenticity, your timeless beauty. Take Chloe Bennett, a 72-year-old retired art gallery curator. Chloe never dressed to impress others. She chose pieces that made her feel good. Classic jackets, well-fitted trousers, a signature brooch she wore on chilly afternoons. She wasn't flashy, but her wardrobe had soul. One day, while browsing a boutique, a young sales assistant approached her and said, "I love your look. It's so polished. You make elegance look easy." That comment stuck with Chloe, because what younger women admired wasn't just her clothes. It was the way she wore them. The way she moved, smiled, and held herself with quiet grace. That's something no trend can teach. In fact, many younger women look to older women for style inspiration. Not because they want to copy you, but because they see in you something real. They notice how you express yourself through simplicity, how you embrace quality over quantity, and how your fashion choices tell a story of who you are, not who you're trying to be. And here's the truth: confidence is the best accessory. When you feel good in what you're wearing, it shows. Whether it's a tailored coat, a pair of pearl earrings, or just a well-worn pair of flats that fit perfectly, when you walk with pride, people notice. Style doesn't mean being trendy. It means being intentional. Knowing what colors suit you, what cuts flatter your figure, and most of all, what feels right. That kind of style becomes a signature, something uniquely yours. And when younger women admire that, it's because they hope to one day develop the same sense of ease and self-knowing. So the next time someone younger says, "You look amazing," or asks, "Where did you get that bag?" don't brush it off. Take it in. It's a reflection of your enduring beauty, the kind that transcends age and inspires the women coming up behind you. Elegance isn't something you lose. It's something you grow into. And the fact that younger women notice, that's proof you've mastered it. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone locked eyes with you? Not in a forceful way, but with genuine interest? When people hold your gaze and truly listen to what you say, it's not just about manners. It's a reflection of how captivating your presence is. As we age, the kind of beauty that draws people in isn't loud or obvious. It's the kind that's felt through connection, especially through the way you engage others. When someone makes steady eye contact, nods thoughtfully, and responds with interest, they're telling you without words, "I see you, and I value what you're saying." Meet Emma Collins, a 74-year-old former literature professor. She never thought of herself as particularly glamorous. But at social gatherings, something always happened. People gravitated toward her. They'd sit beside her, ask her questions, and seem to hang on to every word. One afternoon at a cafe, a much younger woman leaned over and said, "You have such a calm, thoughtful way of speaking. It's kind of mesmerizing." That moment stayed with Emma, not because of flattery, but because it reminded her that true beauty lies in presence. When you speak with clarity, express yourself with honesty, and bring a sense of calm to a conversation, people are drawn to you. Not because of your hairstyle or your outfit, but because of how you make them feel. And this kind of attractiveness goes beyond appearances. It's about emotional connection. When others listen intently, reflect on your words, and seem naturally at ease around you, it's because your presence carries grace and wisdom that leaves an impact. Even your tone of voice plays a role. A voice that's gentle yet confident, kind but firm, becomes a signature trait. People remember it. They may not recall every word, but they'll remember how grounded and steady they felt in your company. The way you listen matters too. A good-looking woman isn't just someone who speaks well. She listens well. And when you give people your full attention, maintain open body language, and respond with thoughtful observations, you create a space that feels safe and magnetic. So if you've noticed people leaning in as you speak, pausing before they respond, or looking at you with sincere interest, that's not by chance. It means your energy, your voice, your presence is something they want more of. In a world that often moves too fast, being someone who listens deeply and speaks meaningfully is rare and deeply attractive. And that magnetic connection you share with others, it's one of the clearest signs that your beauty goes far beyond the surface. Some women walk into a room and bring a sense of calm, comfort, and warmth with them, without saying a word. If people often feel at ease around you, open up easily, or simply enjoy being in your presence, that's not just a coincidence. It's a strong sign of natural beauty that radiates from within. At this stage of life, your charm isn't about dazzling anyone. It's about connection. True charisma isn't performative, it's quiet, comforting, and genuine. And if people gravitate toward you in social settings, it's because you exude a kind of emotional warmth that's impossible to fake. Let's take Zoe Carter, a 70-year-old retired nurse. She never sought attention, never tried to impress. But wherever she went, be it the grocery store, her knitting group, or a neighborhood potluck, people seemed to linger near her. Strangers struck up conversations. Children smiled at her. Younger women often told her, "You just seem so kind and grounded." What made Zoe magnetic wasn't her clothes or makeup. It was her spirit. The way she smiled when someone talked to her. The way she listened without interrupting. The way her presence made others feel seen and safe. That's the power of natural charisma. It's not about standing out, it's about drawing others in, and often, that's what makes a woman beautiful in the most unforgettable way. It could be in your gestures. A warm smile, a soft nod, a kind look that says, "I understand." Or maybe it's the energy you bring. A calm steadiness that balances a chaotic room. People feel it, even if they can T-name it. And they want to be around it. This kind of presence can't be bought or imitated. It's something that grows with time, shaped by life's experiences, your compassion, and your resilience. Another part of charisma is how you make others feel important. If you're someone who remembers names, asks thoughtful questions, or genuinely celebrates others' successes, that kindness stays with people long after the moment passes. And here's the beautiful truth: warmth is magnetic. It's not about trying to be liked. It's about being true to yourself and letting that authenticity shine. People admire that. They're drawn to it. And they'll often describe you as someone who just lights up a room. So if you've ever been told you have a calming presence, or that people feel comfortable opening up to you, know that it's more than a compliment. It's a reflection of your inner beauty. The kind that doesn't fade, but glows stronger with age. Sometimes the most unexpected compliments are the ones that stay with us the longest. Like someone admiring the glow of your skin, the shine in your silver hair, or the grace in your posture. These are subtle signs, but they speak volumes about the kind of beauty that doesn't fade with age. It transforms. Let's meet Ruby Lane, a 71-year-old retired physical therapist. Ruby had never been obsessed with beauty routines. She preferred simplicity: drinking water, using gentle skincare, wearing sunscreen, and taking daily walks. She wasn't trying to look younger. She just cared for herself with quiet consistency. One afternoon, while at a local farmer's market, a younger woman leaned over and said, "Your skin looks amazing. What's your secret?" Ruby smiled and replied, "Peace, fresh air, and staying curious." That moment reminded her, her beauty wasn't about perfection. It was about vitality. When people compliment things like your complexion, hair texture, or posture, they're not just commenting on surface features. They're recognizing the energy you carry, the care you've given to yourself, and the natural elegance that comes from living well. Let's talk about hair for a moment. So many women worry about grays or thinning strands. But the truth is, well-maintained hair, no matter the color, is striking. Whether you wear it short and stylish, long and flowing, or tucked into a neat bun, healthy, shiny hair sends a message. You still take pride in yourself. That alone is beautiful. Then there's posture, one of the most overlooked aspects of attractiveness. When you stand tall, shoulders back, head lifted, you exude confidence without saying a word. It's not about walking like a model, it's about moving with intention. Good posture signals that you're present, proud, and rooted in your own worth. Ruby, for instance, never strutted, but she moved with purpose. Her steps were steady. Her presence filled a room gently, like sunlight through a window. That grace made people take notice, without her even trying. The truth is, people respond to what feels real and healthy. Compliments about your skin, hair, or the way you carry yourself aren't about youth. They're about vitality. They are a reflection of how alive and engaged you still are. So if someone notices the sparkle in your eyes, the way your silver hair glows in the light, or how strong you look when you walk into a room, believe them. Because what they're really saying is, "I see your strength. I see your beauty. I see you." And that kind of beauty, it doesn't belong to a certain age. It belongs to a woman who knows how to honor herself, inside and out. There's something undeniably magnetic about a woman who knows her worth. She doesn't have to announce it. She doesn't need approval. She walks into a room with quiet assurance, and people notice. Confidence, especially in later life, is one of the most beautiful and respected qualities a woman can possess. Let's take Nora James, a 73-year-old retired business consultant. Nora never tried to dress younger or follow every fashion trend. She simply knew what suited her. She spoke clearly, walked with intention, and smiled only when she meant it. Whether she was at a dinner party, a book club, or the post office, people responded to her with respect. Younger women often told her, "You just seem so grounded." Men of all ages treated her with a kind of admiration that wasn't flirtatious. It was reverent, and when she spoke, people listened, not because she demanded it, but because her voice carried the calm authority of someone who knew who she was. That's what true confidence looks like. It isn't loud. It doesn't try to compete. It simply stands tall and invites others to rise to the same level. When you're confident, you don't chase validation. You're not trying to prove anything. You've already lived, learned, and grown, and it shows. Your experiences have shaped you. Your wisdom has deepened, and that self-assured energy radiates through your body language, your tone, and even your silence. And guess what? People respect that. They listen more carefully. They speak to you more thoughtfully. They give space for your opinions because you speak from a place of lived truth. Confidence also shows up in how you carry yourself. If you walk with your head high, shoulders relaxed, and an open posture, you send a message without saying a word. I am comfortable with myself. And that, more than any beauty product, turns heads. It's also contagious. When others see you at peace with who you are, they start to question why they aren't doing the same. Your confidence gives them permission to stop hiding behind filters, to embrace their age, and to honor their journey. So if you've ever noticed people seeking your advice, mirroring your posture, or simply making space for you in a conversation, take it as a sign. You're not just being polite, you're being recognized. And that recognition isn't based on looks alone. It's based on presence. The kind of presence that says, I've walked through fire, and I've come out stronger. That strength, that steadiness, that's beauty. And if others treat you with quiet reverence, it's because they sense that you've become someone they deeply respect. There's a special kind of compliment that feels different. It's not about your clothes, your hair, or how youthful you look. It's when someone says, "You have such a calming presence," or, "There's just something about you." Those are signs of a beauty that goes far beyond appearance, a beauty rooted in presence, in spirit, and in energy. Let's meet Grace Rivers, a 75-year-old retired high school principal. Grace never thought of herself as traditionally beautiful. She didn't wear much makeup, never obsessed over fashion, and didn't care to chase trends. But what she did have was a calm strength, a quiet grace that made people feel at ease. At her granddaughter's graduation party, a friend of the family pulled her aside and said, "You have this incredible way of making everyone feel safe around you. I hope I carry myself like that when I'm your age." Grace was taken aback. She hadn't done anything extraordinary. She'd simply listened, smiled, and been fully present. That's the thing. True beauty reveals itself in the way you make others feel. It's in the comfort of your voice, the steadiness in your eyes, and the kindness in your gestures. People may not even be able to name it, but they feel it. And when they do, they're drawn to you. Your presence. How you enter a room. How you hold a conversation, how you carry your energy, is unforgettable. And when others compliment this intangible quality, it means you've reached a kind of beauty that transcends the physical. Many older women don't realize how powerful this is. They wait for compliments on their outfits or skin, but overlook the deeper signals: how strangers smile at them, how friends linger during goodbyes, or how people often say, "I always feel better after talking to you." These are not casual remarks. They are acknowledgments of your essence, your quiet magnetism, your ability to show up fully as yourself. You don't need to wear bold lipstick or have flawless skin to turn heads. When someone feels seen, heard, and calmed in your presence, it leaves a deeper impact than any photo ever could. So the next time someone compliments your energy, your aura, or simply says they love being around you, listen closely. That's one of the highest compliments you can receive. It means you are radiating something timeless, something that cannot be bought, only earned through life and lived experience. Your presence is your power, and it is beautiful. As we wrap up this journey, take a moment to reflect how many of these signs have quietly shown up in your own life. Maybe you've noticed strangers stealing glances, or younger women admiring your elegance. Perhaps friends are drawn to your calm energy, or people lean in when you speak. These aren't small things. They're signals that your beauty hasn't faded, it's simply evolved into something deeper, richer, and far more powerful. Real attractiveness in later life isn't about turning back the clock. It's about owning who you've become. Your presence, your posture, your wisdom, and your warmth all speak louder than youth ever could. And when others notice those things in you, it's a reflection of the strength and grace you've cultivated over the years. So if you've ever doubted your beauty, don't. You are seen. You are admired. And your quiet confidence may be the very thing that inspires those around you, even if they never say it aloud. Remember, beauty doesn't belong to a certain age. It belongs to the woman who carries herself with authenticity, kindness, and pride. And that woman is you. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these signs have you experienced? What part spoke to you the most? Leave a comment below. I read every word, and your stories truly inspire this community. Thank you for being here. And never forget, the world still notices you. And what they see, it's beautiful.